you guys. I went from the country into college, from picking cotton and stuff, pepper, loading hay, got a high school degree, because I couldn't get a job, and I went to college. And I had never taken physics in all the classes that most of you took. And I didn't have the math background you had. Never took geometry, never took trigonometry. Man, when I got into engineering, and I started seeing all this stuff, it got me excited, you know? It did. And engineering excites me. You ought to be excited when you get out of here and go to work. You're laughing like that, but when you go to work, you're going to work for NASA this summer, right? You're going to work in different areas. Huh? You're an intern. But wherever you go, you ought to get excited. You know, I didn't get excited with some of the jobs I had. My first job here, if I wouldn't have got drafted, I was going to quit anyway, because they had me down doing inspection. Went to school 5 years, and it sure the hell didn't get no fun. There was just going around looking at things and taking thickness readings and writing reports, going inside of vessels and making a report of the condition of the vessel on tank cars. I said, what the hell I went to college for? That's why I got out of petroleum engineering too. I made a mistake though. I was naive. I was young. I was only 20 years old when I changed. I was only 19 years old when I changed my major from petroleum to mechanical, because I worked one summer, and I worked as a roustabout, and the last hitch was I was on a drilling platform, and I got turned off. I wish I wouldn't have got turned off. I wish I wouldn't have got turned off. I wish I could go back right now, because I'd probably go into all patch because of the money aspect of it. I never was bothered about money, but I see my younger brother right now. He made over $380,000 last year, and this year he's going to make over $500,000 working in all patch. You don't think that's true? Huh? I'm telling you. I said, what the hell? I used to let him borrow my car and give him a few dollars. He can buy and sell me on credit now because I've been a school teacher. He works 40 hours a week right now. He's off every Friday. They gave him a $90,000 bonus last year. Bonus. They gave him $70,000 retention amount. And they put the money in stock for him. And the stock they put it in, Marathon stock, went from 20-something to almost 100 in a short period of time. God, I can take a little of that for a few years and then become a teacher. All right? But you got, you know, some of you guys are getting out. Don't be afraid to work. Man, if I could do it over with, dang. Right now it's a good time to graduate. You got it. Oh, it's a good time to graduate. Sam is going to get what? 70 or so thousand plus a sign-up bonus. They're giving sign-up bonuses of $20,000. Just take the job. We'll give you 20, and we're going to pay you. Now, you got to be careful now. Is that work going to be what you like to do? I can tolerate a lot of things if the salary is right. And see what happens. So look at those opportunities. Now, if you look at critical conditions, remember, the critical conditions, we had another couple of weeks. I'll take you through that next chapter. The star. That's a critical pressure, critical temperature, critical density. These equations here relate critical pressure to stagnation pressure, critical temperature to stagnation temperature, critical density. This is what you got to have. The velocity equal to the velocity of sound for critical. You got to have a Mach 1 condition. That defines. So this chapter has given us the basics that we need for the next chapter, which I regret not getting to. But because I like that stuff. Now you learn two useful reference states for compressible flow: the isentropic stagnation condition and isentropic critical. Some of you are looking at me and say, "Oh, I can't get excited with this." Some of you may be different. I'm one of those guys. I get excited about a lot of things. I see a pretty girl, I get excited. You know? I see fishing. I get excited by going fishing. get excited about this. I can't help myself. You know? You're going to hope you're not in a situation I'm in when you're my age and you don't want to quit working because you like what you're doing. But I do, and it's hard for me to quit. But this is where we're going to stop today. Okay, I've been letting you guys off early, but the material's not that easy. But this chapter, I think, is not that bad. Some of those problems are pretty tough. Remember, we're going to take the final. You're going to come in prepared for those 2 chapters of material. And I'll try to make a fair test as fair as possible. I'm going to have a little more time now to work on it because I don't have to prepare for classes. I have to prepare to come in this class. Now, I don't prepare much. I go lock my door, and it's a concentrated affair, you know. So, oh, I remember this, you know, and you go back and you read this thing. And then after you read it one time, you come back and read it again. Then you go lecture on it. But it comes back. Look, this stuff here, I've never used this. But, hey, I've never used this in 40 years, but it's coming back to me like that. Why? I went through a system where they drilled us. And all these